Hey, what's going on, everybody? TaylorMade Hoops live and direct once again with you with TaylorMade Hoops Coaches Corner. Today, I got a very, very special guest on. Let me go ahead and give a little background intro for Coach Man. Coach is in his fourth season at the school he's currently at. He has over 200 wins as a head coach, one state championship finals appearance, and at his current school, I may be off a couple victories, Coach, but he's 103 and 27. He has two district championships, and he's currently in first place in his district. I have no other than great privilege of having Coach Richard Cipoletta on, who's the head coach of Allen High School, man, one of the top programs, not in the state, man. Y'all making national noise, Coach. How you doing today, Coach? Glad to have you on.
No, I appreciate it. I'm always it's always a privilege to get to just talk hoops with you, and
Oh,
I'm looking forward to it.
oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Hey, man, let me tell everybody, man, Coach Sip, man. Coach Sip is one of the most down to earth guys you ever meet, man. I remember he was coaching in Sulphur Springs, man, and let me tell you something, man. To the viewers out there, man, Coach, no matter where he's at, he's about competition. He's gonna put his team in that heat, in that smoke. Cause the first time I met Coach, you may not remember, I remember they playing Lincoln High School, man, over there in South Dallas in the hood, baby, in PC Cobb. And they came over there, and Coach came out with the victory, man, and had a chance to talk with Coach, man. He had, it's always about players, as you well know, Coach. We knows that. It ain't about the X and O's, about the Jimmy Joes, but Coach had some good players, man. And I told Coach then I really liked the way his team, played defense, how hard the teams played, and you're doing the same thing at Allen, Coach. So, man, so proud of you, Coach.
I appreciate that a ton. I remember we used to have to go all across the state to play whoever would play us with those teams. So those were the good days.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, Coach. Hey, wherever the smoke was, Coach, hey, you was taking your boys, man. You were, Coach, seriously. Nope, nope. Hey, you seriously were, Coach. Well, Coach, man, let's go ahead and let the viewers know today, Coach. Today, the objective and points of conversation. We'll be talking about team culture, uh, Coach Sip's offensive and defensive philosophy, and we're gonna talk about the current season. The first question, Coach, man, I kind of want to know this, Coach. Where did you grow up in your athletic and educational journey, Coach?
Yeah, so I'm from New London, Texas. It's a small town, deep East Texas. It's kind of between Tyler and Longview, town of like 900 people. It's kind of a little basketball community. Has some good basketball tradition. When I was young, Brian Keith, he was a legend coach. He was from there, and just started my journey off there. Ended up uh, going to play at Laterno right out of high school, and that ended pretty shortly. And ended up transferring to Stephen F. Austin, just being a student and trying to stay around the game. And my senior year at Stephen F. Austin, I was going to go try to be a high school coach. I didn't know if I wanted to go to college route, the high school route. So I went down and just mirrored Kevin Herron down at Central Heights. And, I just kind of molded my philosophy around him. He kind of took me under his wing, and I learned a lot about just the game and the X's and O's and the day-to-day of just high school basketball. And I fell in love with it again, and just started my journey out there. So,
Okay, Coach. So you're an East Texas guy, Coach. Okay, man. All right, Coach. Man,
yep.
I know a little bit about East Texas, man. I graduated from I'm mad they changed the name again. I graduated from East Texas, man, Texas A&M Commerce, man. So I know a little bit about East Texas, and I was fortunate enough to be the head coach, man, at Cumbie High School, a little two-way school down there in East Texas. So I know a little about East Texas, Coach, just a little bit, man, just a little bit, Coach. Well, hey, for the viewers tuning in, man, I got Coach Sip on. Coach Sip is the head coach at Allen High School, one of the top programs in the state and in the nation. We just talked a little hoops getting started. He told us his background, which I didn't know he's from East Texas area. Well, Coach, let me ask you this: growing up down in East Texas, Coach, what role did athletics play in your life growing up? How important was playing sports, Coach?
No, sports was a huge thing. It was what my life was about. I grew up as a baseball kid. My dad was actually our little league coach, and we played baseball every weekend. We traveled around, and I always played basketball, but I think probably my seventh grade year, I started really taking basketball serious, and it just became the love of my life. And I started doing it every single day. And I really can't remember a time I didn't wake up and go play the game of basketball. So from that point on, it just kind of driven my friendships. It drove my life. just taught me life lessons through the game, and it's taken me to a pretty cool place in life. So I'm glad my dad introduced me to a ball when I was a young age. So it played a huge role.
Hey, Coach, man, something saying, some gems you dropping, man, for the viewers that's tuning in, hopefully be tuning in, coaches. It's about basketball, how it's bigger than just on the court, the relationships you build, the life lessons you learn. I was fortunate enough to play, man, with one of the guys that's big on that, Coach J.D. Mayo, man, you know, all about, you know, teaching us, you know, life skills and things of that sort, man. So, now it's great you saying that, man, because I tell people, man, also, too, as you just said, Coach, man, how basketball has took you on your journey, how it's took you places where you probably wouldn't have went, or things you wouldn't experience, coach, if it wasn't because of basketball, coach. So man, I tell people, man, hey, the game of basketball to me, man, it's a great thing, coach. Great thing, coach. Great thing, man.
I'm blessed.
Yes, we are, coach. We're blessed, coach. No doubt about that, coach. No doubt about that. Well, coach, let me ask this. I know you kind of talked about it a little briefly, coach, but when did you realize you wanted to be a coach?
You know, I came out of high school wanting to be an architect. So I had an uncle who was an architect. I wanted to design houses. You know, I wanted to make big money, you know, dream of all that. And actually had a misfortune. My freshman year of college, my dad passed away.
Oh,
And at his funeral, there was two guys who came up to me, and after the funeral was over, they just spoke about how my dad had such a large impact on their lives as coaches, because he was kind of the director of all little league sports
okay.
in our hometown, and he didn't just coach my team; he coached several teams, older than me, younger than me, and anytime there wasn't a coach that would fill in, he would fill in for them. So these two young men came up to me and just talked about how to this day they're coaches because of him, and that how he just made the game fun for them and impacted their life. And I thought, you know, that was kind of my aha moment in life. I thought God was really speaking to me then, and you know, that was kind of my sign to go follow the love of my life in basketball and you know, do God's work through it. So that kind of molded my life and changed it.
Oh man, you say something great, man. Okay, coach, we're on the same page with this, man. That, like you say, man, basketball is just a tool that we able to use, man, to be able to impact and touch these young men's life. And I tell people, man, I don't take that for granted because, you know, as a coach, man, it's a special thing that we're able to connect with those student athletes like no other person because, you know, coach is coach. You know, growing up, man, some of the people that impacted my life were coaches, you know, that had great impact on my life, coach. So it's funny that you said that, coach. And that's what it's all about, coach. Like you say, impacting these student athletes' life. And like I say, don't understand. And at the end of the day, coach, we're at service to them. You know, understand that it's a mission, it's a service, and that's what it's all about, man. It's great that you say that, coach, and that you understand that, coach, that you know, I tell people all the way, it's a way of us being able to trick the kids because, you know, of course they want everybody, you know, want to play basketball. Everybody, you know, because, you know, you got outgoing and just genuine personality, Coach Sip. So everybody want to hang with Coach Sip and what have you. But hey, you have a way in, and then with that way in, you're able to teach them the skills, the knowledge, sometimes, you know, different life lessons, you know, that they need or what have you through the relationship. So man, that's funny that you said that, coach, but it's also great you said that. It's all about relationships, coach. That's what it's about, man. No doubt about
It
that, man.
is. I'm gonna trade those for anything.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Hey man. Hey, and people always ask this, coach, seriously, man, that, you know, why, you know, even though not coach, why still stay around it or what have you. It's because, to be honest, coach, that different ways that you have to be able to impact people and have an impact on the game of basketball and these student athletes. So now it's funny that I have a different relationship with these student athletes. So now when I see them, coach, a lot of them guys, you know, I've been watching, been having the fortunate enough opportunity to cover them, you know, since seventh, eighth grade, and some of them, you know, went on, like I say, even to the NBA and playing in college and high school. And some of your guys would have, when they see me, coach, you know, it's a great relation. Hey, what's going on, TaylorMade Hoops? How you doing, man? And what have you. So still in the way, having the way, you know, impact the kids' life, you know, in a positive way, man. So that's why, you know, I kind of still stick around the coach, you know, because like you say, I could be blessed to be doing other things, but I say, hey, I still want to stay around the game of basketball, coach, man. But hey, as you can tell, man, me and Coach Chip, man, we having a great time, man, just talking basketball, but basically, you know, talking life. For the viewers that's tuning in, they understand that's how TaylorMade Hoops tricky, man. I get you to come in, you think we're gonna talk about basketball, man. We're gonna be talking about life. But no, but seriously, we all know that life is about communication, relationships, man. And so this is one of the reasons why hopefully Coach Chip is on here, because the relationships me and him have built over the years, man. Well, speaking of that, coach, let me ask this, coach. Who are some people that had the biggest influence on you as a coach?
Yeah, so I'll start with Kevin Herron. He was I did my student teaching at Central Heights out in Nacogdoches, and just getting to see him do the day to day of just the life of a head coach and all the when you're in college and when you're not in coaching, you really think coaching is a lot of X's and O's, and it's really not. It's a
Nope.
lot of putting out fires. It's a lot of doing the dirty work. It's about organizing. I mean, there's so many more things to the game of basketball and coaching. And he really opened my eyes to that. And when I got in Sulphur Springs, my second year, they hired a head coach named Jeremy Josie. He's the current head coach at Roy City. And I had the privilege to work with him 2 years. And he really taught me a lot about the game and how to be a professional and just how to correlate myself. So I think without those two big mentors in my life, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So it's a blessing God put those people, around me to show me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And Coach Shipman said, Coach Ship is very, very important. I've had a lot of coaches come on the out say the same thing about ask, what advice they have, for coaches and young coaches. And I always say, Coach, I always get your mentor, get somebody that's older, that's experienced in the game, that you kind of, shadow, coach and everybody I talk to always, speak of, like to say, Coach man, coach down in Nacogdoches, Coach man, essential legend. They like to say, Coach, I stay at Rockwall, so of course, I'm familiar with Coach out there in Roy City, man. So great people, like to say, great people to learn from. You got to have mentors, Coach. Seriously, man. You got to have mentors, man. That's
And
something very important.
there's so many of them out there. There's so many great friends and coaches of mine. I'm just blessed they allow me to talk hoops with them and share the game. So
Yes. And I always tell people that, Coach, because people time, Coach, is very precious, Coach. So for people to allow the opportunity to share their knowledge, people don't have to help you, Coach. You know that in life, Coach. People don't have to help you, man. So when you have guys that's on that level, Coach, to be that humble and allow you just to tag along, Coach, and take advantage of, like say, you be a sponge, Coach. No doubt about that. Well, Coach, you spoke up a little bit, Coach, but let everybody know, Coach, how many years have you been coaching and where have you coached at, Coach?
going into my 14th year, I was 10 years in Sulphur Springs, 7 of those as a head coach, and going on my 4th year here at Allen High School. So I've only had 2 stops, 2 amazing places. Blessed to be at both of them, and like they said, it kind of transformed me into the man I am today. So.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Two great spots, Coach. Two great spots, Coach. Let me ask this, Coach. How's coaching in East Texas and other places prepared you for your current coaching position at Allen, Coach? How coach down in East Texas and coaching, down student teaching and coaching down there in Central. How's that helped evolve you, Coach?
It just taught me to just how to correlate and how to relate to a lot of kids. You have a different type of kid in East Texas than you have in Allen, Texas. They're
Okay.
still great kids, but they're just raised differently. That's more how I was kind of raised as an East Texas kid. So just getting to be around them. But at the end of the day, a lot of people ask me, how much different is Sulphur Springs and Allen? It's really not too much different. A lot of people take pride in Allen as they took pride in Sulphur Springs, and
Mm-hmm.
the kids. They love to be around each other. They love to be in the gym and work. They're just great people, and at the end of the day, kids are always the same. And but both places really helped. Just building up a place like Sulphur Springs, I think that really helped me, find out who I was as a coach. Early on in that transition, we were really bad. My first year in Sulphur Springs, we won 9 games. Second year, we won 11. So as a coach, I didn't have a lot of pressure on me. So I really got to figure out a lot of stuff. I got to be wrong in a lot of areas, and I got to grow myself and figure out what my coaching philosophy was. And with that community having patience with me and hiring me at such a young age, it really helped
Mm-hmm.
me just day in, day out mold who I was going to become. And I kind of figured that out, the longer we win, and, blessed enough to take that here to Allen.
Oh man, oh coach, man. I know you know this coach, being a coach, professional coach. A lot of times you go to places, man. We in that business, coach, where we're in the result business, coach. A lot of times, and for you to be down in Sulphur Springs, coach, and those people like to say, coach, to have patience with you. A lot of guys can't say they win 9 games, they first year. A lot of times, coaches, your AD, man, like, okay, coach, it's your first year, okay, you get that honeymoon period. Then you come back, like say, coach, in the second year, coach, you only win 11 games. Now you kind of look like, oh, okay, coach, whatever. It's for them to have their patience in you, then see, how the fruits of your labor, to speak a coach, then later on, you make the state championship appearance by them having their patience with you, where easily, this coach, where a lot of places they may have let you go, coach, after your second, third year, what have you. So, coach, that's a great test. What I'm gonna say, great. Just to say that's a great place to be, and those guys just understanding, and having patience for you, man. It says a lot about the community down there in Sulphur Springs, coach.
Yeah, there's no place like it. So still call it home to this day.
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. I got some friends I went to commerce with, man, that went to Sulphur Springs. I'm not gonna embarrass them and say their names or what have you, coach. But they were big football players down there, and also played down in commerce, played football. And we always laugh and talk, coach, because you were the reason why we had a lot of arguments, coach. I'm to put you on the spot, coach, here, because when you were down there, coach, and you start beating some of these teams up north, up here, in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you start making you run the playoffs. Because I always used to tease him all the time, like, man, they don't play basketball in East Texas, man. Sulphur Springs, that's a football place, man. And he always used to tell me, oh, no, we hoop down there, coach. We hoop too down Sulphur Springs, man. We do sport out. I'm like, man, coach, man, y'all ain't about to. So every year, whether it be Mount Pleasant, Sulphur Springs, whenever y'all in the playoffs, I always teach them, like, when y'all get ready to play, somebody like the Kimball or somebody like that, the Red Oak, I always say, man, y'all not about to win, man. Y'all ain't gonna beat the Dallas teams. And when you start beating those teams, whatever, man, he always would have his chest stuck out, man. So a lot of people, man, got love for you, coach, man.
I appreciate it. It was a big football community, and we were able to just get kids to buy into basketball, and some of those guys were in third and fourth grade when I got there. So just being around those guys at an early age, and I'm just trying to mold them into young basketball players. It really took off, and we always were trying to kill that stereotype of when you go to Dallas, you got to be able to win and compete, and you got to build a team that can withstand that. And we're overly proud we were able to do that.
Oh, yeah. You did your thing, coach. You did your thing, coach. Well, for my viewers tuning in, man, I got Coach Sip on. Coach Sip is the head coach at Allen High School, one of the top basketball programs, man, in the state of Texas and in the nation. Coach is really doing a great job there. Coach, let me ask this. We're going to talk a little bit about the culture. Coach, you spoke of, being from East Texas and different places, and you know how important culture is, Coach. So let me ask you this. Uh, how do you establish and maintain a great team culture in your program, Coach?
Yeah, so our philosophy is TOE. You see it hashtagged everywhere that we are, but it stands for team over everything. And we just try to build a culture that really puts team first. And that's in the way that we talk every day, the way that we interact with players, and the things that we highlight and the things that are important to us. We really make it about the team first, and nothing is individually based in our program. We never use we never use it was your fault. Everything's about us and how can we collectively be great as a team, because I really do believe, and our kids believe this, the better we do, the more individually better they will do. The more we win, the more they'll be recruited because they are winners. So our kids have really bought into that, and we just try to protect that every single day. And I don't even call myself a head coach. I'm a culture protector. That's what I tell my assistant coaches. I say, you're helping with the offense today. You're the defensive coach today, and I'm just a culture protector. Every day I walk into the gym, that's my main focus, to just make sure we're making it about the team first, and playing hard and playing the right way. And I think if you can do those things, it gives you a chance on a night-to-night basis.
Okay. Well, Coach, man, hey, you already kind of answered it, Coach. So you already spoke of, Coach. So those are things you do kind of like on a daily basis to help maintain that culture. Like you say, just coaches coming in, being consistent. Those guys is, like you say, having clear expectations, and those guys, willingly buying into it every day, Coach. I like that, Coach. TOE. I like that, Coach. I like that, man. Well, all right, Coach, man. Hey, I'm having a good time, Coach, man. I don't know about you, man. I'm having a great time just hanging out, man.
Yeah, always a great time talking hoops, hanging out with you. So no.
Oh yeah, man. Well, let me ask this, Coach. I know, Coach, man. Man, hey, you're such a great interview, Coach. I already kind of answered this question, Coach, but I'm gonna kind of get you to elaborate a little bit more if you don't mind. So, is there any difference in your ability to establish team culture in a rural area or environment, like such as Sulphur Springs, compared to a suburban area or environment like Allen? You kind of
Yeah,
already kind of talked about it, Coach, but do you have a couple more points? I know you said, like, I feel the same way, Coach. There's really no difference. Kids are kids.
right. So when we got to Sulphur Springs, player development is something that we really hang our hat on. And I
Okay.
knew we wanted to be successful at a place like Sulphur Springs. We're really going to have to develop guys. And I felt in Sulphur Springs, I was single-handedly responsible to develop every single kid that came through our program from first, second, third, fourth grade. Like we were trying to put a program in place, and I was trying to get hands on those kids as much as I could in order to develop them. And we tried to be a very positionless team, and we try to be a very versatile way that we build a player. We want every player to be able to dribble, pass, shoot, and finish, and have confidence and be able to make decisions. So, we really tried to be specific in that area. And what I figured out, where in Sulphur, I was able to get a hold of kids at a really young age and really help build up, their skill set and have an impact on their game. Allen is so big, it's really hard to
Mhm.
at a young age. And kids come to me more skilled here just because there's skill trainers and they're just growing up playing it more just because there's more resources in a place like Allen. So although we still take, player development very seriously, it's just almost delayed, or I'm getting a more skilled kid whenever I get my hands on them. So, to me, that's the big difference in a place like a Sulphur Springs where you have to develop everybody where you're kind of getting a more polished player, here.
Oh no, coach, that makes total sense, coach. Resources, like you say, makes a difference, coach. Like you said, but you found out, coach, like, hey, like when we were coming up, coach, man, I'm an old guy. So I graduated high school in '95. So back in my day, coach, like you said, we didn't have all this AAU and skills trainers and things like this. So, but the most important thing you said, we had guys, whether it's your little league coach, like you said, like your dad or what have you, that got hold of players at a young age. And that's how you was able to kind of equal out, maybe not having, much resources. Because like you were saying, coach, you get the kids at an early age, and because not as many kids, you're able to be more hands-on, be able to develop them or what have you. And then, like say, where you're at now, when you get a kid that's more skilled, what have you, because they got the resource for the skill training. They play on the top AAU teams, things like that. So now, not putting words in your mouth, but you and your staff, y'all probably just doing more of polishing those skills and getting those kids maybe to play how you want them to play within the team culture and system or what have you. So,
Oh, you nailed it right on the head. Yeah, it's more just getting kids to buy into our vision and play together and whatever our philosophy is, on the offensive side or defensive side of the ball, it's just getting them to play that way and build habits that win. But like you said, you are getting a much more skilled kid, and it's nice because then you're able to almost take that kid to a higher level as well. So it's a good problem to have.
yeah, it's real good problem to have. Oh man. Well, Coach, man, you spoke of it, Coach. So elaborate for me a little bit more, Coach. What is your offense and defense philosophy, Coach? How do you like to play out there in Allen, Coach?
So, each year has been a little different. When I was in Sulphur Springs, we really slowed it down. We played through
Mhm.
the post, played through our strengths, ran a lot of sets, tried to keep it a low possession game. We're here in Allen, we're flying down the court. We're trying to score really quick. We're trying to race and pace, style of basketball. But no matter what type of team I have, it comes back onto, a couple of points. We want to take great shots. I think that's one of the most important things to a disciplined team. Any team that you have that takes bad shots, it's always hard to win. So you want to develop a system or a philosophy that generates great shots. And for us, that's rim twos, that's catch and shoot threes. We really take pride in E2s, which is some sort of action that we run on offense to engage two defenders and just keep the ball moving and find an open man. We call those TOE possessions. So here in Allen, we really try to play fast and free, and we're very versatile and positionless in our style. And we want to shoot a ton of threes. We want half of our shots to be catch and shoot threes if we can. We just think that's the way the game is evolving, and analytically, it gives us the best chance to be successful day in and day out. But in coaching both styles, slow and fast, I like coaching fast a whole lot better. So we have some speed and some toughness here that allows us to do that.
Oh yeah, man. Got to give you props, man. You had some big time post players down in Sulphur Springs, man. I remember both of those kids, man. Oh my God. So yeah, hey, I see why you slowed it down and say, hey, go guard that. I don't think
Yeah.
nobody mistaken guard either one of those guys. Go. Hey, guard that for 32 minutes. No doubt, coach. You're a smart man. Right, man. You can see, man, I'm having a great time, man, with my man, Coach Sip. Coach Sip is the head coach at Allen High School, man, in Allen, Texas, one of the top programs in the state and in the nation, man. Great guy, man, as y'all can tell, man, viewers. Great guy. Coach, let me ask this, Coach. Well, I kind of know, Coach. Let the viewers know, Coach. How's the season going, Coach? And is the team meeting you and your coaching staff expectations, Coach, thus far?
It's going really well. This is a team where I've had all of them since their freshman year.
Okay.
So it's a team that, we have been able to build the habits we want to build throughout those 4 years. And it's for the last 2 or 3 years, it's always been a young team. And finally, we're an old team now. We have 8 seniors that have been really close to playing into the regional tournament / state tournament. So we've come up short the last couple of years. So I think it's a team who's, a veteran team that's experienced and tough, and they play the game the right way. And I want to say we're 20-1 at this point. So anytime you have a record like that, you're rolling. But I keep telling, and we try to hammer home each and every day, like our ceiling is so much higher than we're playing right now. We still have a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of little things that we could do that we things that can separate us down the stretch. And we don't want to be one of those teams that plateaus at the wrong time. We want to keep getting better each and every day. And I think our kids really understand that, and they bring that attitude to practice every single day. So we still have a long ways to go, but winning's hard, and we've done a fair share of that this year. And I'm proud of where we are so far, but we gotta keep it going.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, Coach, something you're doing, you and the coach staff doing a great job of, man. You gotta let them guys know, continue to do, let them know that hey, each game, man, is a different challenge. Each day is a different challenge, and make sure that you're playing your best every game. But like as you well know, Coach, you've been around, you've been to the state championship. You know that you don't want to peak at the wrong time. Basketball is all about peaking at the right time. Had an old veteran coach that I used to work with in Dallas ISD. He always was talking to me. He said, hey, you want, it's three, as you well know, it's 3 parts of the season. He said, but you don't want to peak too early. He said, you want to peak, this second half in the district going into the playoffs. He said, you don't want to peak too early. He said, you want to be playing your best basketball in November, December. He said, you want to be playing your best basketball late January, February, you definitely understand. I know you understand that, Coach. And you guys, doing a great job. I got a chance to see y'all play the other night against the state champs, Coach, and man, y'all were on fire, and got a chance to interview Trent Payne. And one of the things he said, Coach, he said, hey man, he was fired up, man. Those guys, eliminated y'all last year, so y'all kind of had a chip on your shoulder, man. So hopefully, like you say, Coach, that's gonna fuel y'all, in the district. That tough, oh man, that district is some smoke, Coach. That tough district you in, no nights off. I looked at it the other day, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, man, Plano West is good, Plano East, man, you got yourself. I'm like, oh my God, got Hebron, you got all. I'm like, oh my God, man, woo. So yeah, Coach, it's hard to win, Coach. You got
It is.
about that, Coach, in your district, my God. Woo. Hey guys, as you can tell, I'm very excited, man. Coach, talking to my main man, Coach Sip, man, head coach at Allen High School in Allen, Texas. Coach, man, as you can tell, man, I'm excited, man. But we're down to the last question, man. Wish we keep on talking, man. I
Yeah.
definitely want to extend the invitation for you to come back on, man, later on after the season or what have you, man. If you put some time in your busy schedule, man. But Coach, let me ask this, Coach. You spoke with your players. I know y'all about your players. Who are some tailor-made picks, Coach? Who are some players that these college coaches need to be putting their eyes on, Coach?
Yeah, so we're really blessed with a lot of those this year. The big fella in the middle, DJ Thomas, he's already signed with UNT. But we have 6 other seniors that I think are really good college basketball players and can impact winning at a high level. The Shannon twins, Antoine Shannon and Antonio Shannon, both just have length and size, and they can do everything on the floor. They shoot the ball at a high clip. Obviously Trent Payne, you know him, and he's as dynamic as a point guard as they come. And a lot of my guys are getting recruited, but no one's really overly pulled the trigger yet. College is a tricky landscape, especially at this time with the transfer portal and now the JUCO rule is starting to take effect. But so you have Trent Payne, you have Isaiah Dozier in the middle. He's picked up some offers as well. A real bouncy kid. Just a high motor guy. A lot of people don't know about Nnamdi Ubawiki. he's actually leading the country, like all high school in field goal percentage from three. He's shooting the three ball like at a 51% clip, which is like unheard of. I've had some really elite shooters in my time, and been very fortunate to coach a lot of them. But what he's doing shooting the ball right now is incredible. And he's really bouncy, super athletic. Another kid that's going to go play college basketball. And then you have Khalil Walker, who's kind of our just glue guy, tough, can do it all. Once again, he's another collegiate player. He went on a visit not too long ago as well. So, that's my seniors, and then I got the dynamite junior and Nehemiah Lawrence.
Mhm.
Just one of my favorite all-time kids I've ever been around. Just a winner, just infectious with his spirit. Just a joy to coach. So I'm blessed I get to coach him another year. So I said, no, you're not graduating. We're holding another. And just a group of just incredible guys that just play the game the right way and who are unselfish. And man, I just thank God every day I have the opportunity to be around them. So it's a good group.
Oh, Coach, a great group, Coach, man. Been just fortunate, Coach. Just been a pleasure to watch you guys over the years since you've been down in your 4 years, Coach. And like you said, man, just man, I'm telling everybody, man, not just saying this because this is my guy, man. But hey, the way they play, man, you want to go see an exciting game on a Tuesday or Friday, man. Hey, go out there to Allen, man, and check it out, man. I know a lot of people around the country just think, what we'll do, the respect they've been doing, the history they have of a great football program, but they play some basketball out there, Allen, man. Seriously, very, very exciting brand. The coach is not allowed, man. They play very unselfish. They got a group of players that's very, very talented. If they were in any other program, they're probably averaging 25, 30 points a game easily. A lot of guys, especially like Trent Payne, he can kind of like, get to the basket, score, do what he want to, whenever he want to. Your big fellas going to UNT. How do you really stop that? So, but they buy into team concept, man. And I've had the pleasure to watch y'all over the years. Each night or each game, it could be a different guy. It could be a different guy. It may not be Payne, it may not be Dozier, it may be one of the Shannon twins or what have you, Coach. So just been a pleasure to see what you're saying is true, Coach, that you believe in, sharing the ball moving, player moving, and playing the right way, Coach. He really does. So, hey, everybody definitely needs to understand that Coach Chip got it rolling out there, baby. Well, Coach, man,
Appreciate it.
really appreciate you. Really appreciate you coming on. Really appreciate you coming on the show, Coach. Hey, but go ahead, Coach. Let everybody know that maybe trying to get in touch with you or your program. How can they get in touch with you, Coach? Social media handles, any other personal information you might want to give out, Coach?
Yeah, you can follow me at Coach Sip 22 on IG or X, and then Allen. I want to say it's Allen B Ball. That's our Twitter for our program, and it's the same for Insta as well. So Coach Sip 22 and then Allen B Ball. Our staff does a really good job of promoting our program and players through that. So go check it out, and you'll get to kind of see what we're about. And I appreciate you having me on. This is big time. I love talking hoops. You're my guy, so and it's an honor to be able to come on here with you.
Oh, now, Coach, likewise, Coach, I tell people seriously, Coach, that as you well know, hey, we think alike, Coach, even your Coach, that seriously, Coach, I understand it's at a service, Coach, and it's a privilege, Coach, to have guys, want to come on, take time at the busy schedule, to talk with me or what have you. So it's always an honor, Coach, to be honest, Coach, man. Every time I come on, a lot of these, I always get a little teary-eyed, a little nervous or what have you, believe it or not, because it's about relationships, Coach. I could be, I'm blessed to know a lot of coaches, and I could have, a lot of guys on. But when I, think about guys that come to my head, it's always guys that I have relationships with. It's not about having, who the most popular, famous coach or the hottest coach would have you. I don't, I had coaches on, coach, that records are not that good or what have you. But I know they're great guys, they're great coaches, they're great men, great role models, what have you, and they do things the right way. And that's what I try to be about, with TaylorMade Hoops, try to do things the right way, promote the great game of basketball, these players, these teams, these programs. So I always want to have quality people on, Coach. I'm big on, I'm big on relationships and character. I want to have good quality people on, Coach, and you definitely that. So, I hope I'm glad that you still remember, our first meeting, Coach. That means a lot to me, Coach, man. It lets me know, Coach, that truly, really, man, that we rock together, Coach. So, hey, appreciate you coming on, Coach, man. Hey, stay safe in that snow, Coach, man. Stay safe in that snow, man. Let everybody know this, Coach. I know that they may want to know this, Coach. Are y'all still playing Friday? The game got rescheduled to Saturday. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so it's gonna be Saturday. Girls will play at 1:30, or no, girls will play at 1 and guys will play at 2:30 at Plano High. So it'll be a fun one. Hopefully we'll get to practice tomorrow if it thaws out a little bit, and then we'll got a tough one on the road. So never
Oh
easy,
yeah.
never a night off.
Oh yeah, man. Got to go there, play my guy, man. Big fella. We go way back, man. When he used to coach, man, Dean Christian, when he used to coach back SMU, baby. So that's my guy, man. That's my guy. Dean have the rough one this season, man. But he'll still beat you, man. You better come prepared, coach.
Yeah,
You better come. Don't look at that record, coach. You better come prepared, coach. He
doing
knows that basketball, coach.
that.
Yeah, yes, sir, coach. Well, Coach, man, I got to do this to you, coach. Who had the great pleasure of interviewing today, Coach? Who's you rocking with, Coach?
Just Coach Clark Cipoletta, and TaylorMade.
Yes, sir, Coach. I appreciate you, Coach. Man, hey, you have a great time, Coach. I look forward to seeing you down there in San Antonio, Coach.
Appreciate it. Take
All
care.
right, appreciate you, Coach. Thank you.
Yes, sir.